Hello guys, welcome to Infonity. This is your host Mark. So today's our topic is about life on Antarctica. Without any further delay, let's get started. Antarctica is the fifth largest continent in the world and is located almost entirely south of the Antarctic Circle. It is a continent of extreme cold and dryness, with an average winter temperature of -76 degrees Fahrenheit -60 degrees Celsius and an average summer temperature of just 14 degrees Fahrenheit -10 degrees Celsius. Antarctica is also the highest, driest, and windiest continent on Earth, with an average elevation of 7,500 feet, 2,300 meters, above sea level and winds that can reach up to 200 miles per hour 320 kilometers per hour. Antarctica is surrounded by the Southern Ocean, which helps to moderate its temperature and create a unique microclimate. It is also isolated from the rest of the world by the Southern Ocean and the Southern Hemisphere's mid-latitude storms, which make it difficult to reach by land or sea. Antarctica is divided into two regions, East Antarctica and West Antarctica. East Antarctica is the larger of the two and is largely made up of a high ice plateau, while West Antarctica is lower and more mountainous. Antarctica is home to the South Pole, which is the southernmost point on the planet. The South Pole is located at the center of the continent and is the point from which all lines of longitude converge. Antarctica is a unique and fascinating place, with a rich history of exploration and scientific study. It is also an important part of the global climate system and plays a critical role in regulating the Earth's weather and temperature. Despite its harsh conditions, Antarctica is home to a diverse array of wildlife, including penguins, seals, and whales, and is a popular destination for scientists and tourists alike. Antarctica has a long history of exploration and discovery, dating back to ancient times when mariners first sailed south of the equator. The earliest recorded sighting of Antarctica is believed to have occurred in the 6th century AD, when a group of Irish monks known as the Papar are thought to have sighted the continent. However, it wasn't until the 19th century that serious efforts were made to explore and map Antarctica. In the early 1800s, several expeditions set out to find the Great Southern Continent, as it was known at the time. One of the most famous of these early explorers was British naval officer James Clark Ross, who led several expeditions to Antarctica in the 1840s and 1850s. Ross discovered and charted much of the coastline of Antarctica, including the Ross Sea and the Ross Ice Shelf. Other notable explorers of Antarctica include the American Charles Wilkes, who led the United States exploring expedition to Antarctica in the 1840s, and the Norwegian Roald Amundsen, who became the first person to reach the South Pole in 1911. Amundsen's expedition was a triumph of planning and endurance, as he and his team successfully navigated the treacherous terrain and extreme cold of Antarctica to reach their goal. In the 20th century, Antarctica became the focus of scientific research and exploration, as various nations established research stations on the continent. Today, Antarctica is home to dozens of research stations from around the world, which are used to study a wide range of scientific disciplines, including geology, meteorology, oceanography, and biology. Antarctica has a harsh and extreme climate, with temperatures that can range from -76 degrees Fahrenheit -60 degrees Celsius in the winter to just 14 degrees Fahrenheit -10 degrees Celsius in the summer. The continent is also incredibly dry, with an average annual precipitation of just 2 inches, 5 centimeters, and humidity levels that often drop below 10%. The extreme cold and dryness of Antarctica is due in part to its high elevation, with an average elevation of 7,500 feet, 2,300 meters, above sea level. Despite its harsh climate, Antarctica is home to a variety of landscapes, including ice shelves, glaciers, mountains, and rocky coastlines. The continent is divided into two main regions, East Antarctica and West Antarctica. East Antarctica is the larger of the two and is largely made up of a high ice plateau, while West Antarctica is lower and more mountainous. Antarctica is home to the highest peak on the continent, which is called Vinson Massif and stands at 16,050 feet, 4,892 meters, tall. There are also several other mountain ranges on the continent, including the Ellsworth Mountains, the Transantarctic Mountains, and the Antarctic Peninsula. Antarctica is also home to several large ice shelves, which are floating sheets of ice that are attached to the coastline. The largest of these is the Ross Ice Shelf, which is the size of France and covers an area of approximately 185,000 square miles, 480,000 square kilometers. Other notable ice shelves in Antarctica include the Filchner-Ronne Ice Shelf, the Larsen Ice Shelf, and the Ronne Ice Shelf. The geography of Antarctica is constantly changing, as the ice and snow on the continent are constantly moving and reshaping the landscape. This process is known as glaciation, and it plays a critical role in shaping the geography of Antarctica. Despite its harsh climate, Antarctica is home to a diverse array of wildlife, including many species that are adapted to survive in extreme cold and dry conditions. Some of the most iconic and well-known animals that call Antarctica home include penguins. Antarctica is home to several species of penguins, including emperor penguins, Adelie penguins, gentoo penguins, and chinstrap penguins. These birds are well adapted to the cold, with thick layers of insulating feathers and a layer of fat that helps to keep them warm. Penguins are also excellent swimmers and divers, and they use their webbed feet and wings to swim through the icy waters of the Southern Ocean in search of food. Seals. Antarctica is home to several species of seals, including leopard seals, crab-eater seals, Weddell seals, and southern elephant seals. These animals are well adapted to the cold, with thick layers of blubber that help to keep them warm in the icy waters of the Southern Ocean. Seals are also excellent swimmers and divers, and they use their powerful flippers to swim and hunt for food. Whales. The Southern Ocean surrounding Antarctica is home to several species of whales, including humpback whales, blue whales, fin whales, and orcas. These massive animals migrate to the waters around Antarctica to feed on krill, a small crustacean that is found in abundance in the Southern Ocean. Whales are known for their distinctive songs and calls, which can travel great distances through the water and are used to communicate with other whales. Other animals that can be found in Antarctica include seabirds, such as albatrosses and petrels, as well as terrestrial animals like skuas and mosses. Despite the harsh conditions of Antarctica, these animals have managed to thrive and are a vital part of the continent's ecosystem. Antarctica is home to several research stations that are used to study a wide range of scientific disciplines, including geology, meteorology, oceanography, and biology. These stations are located throughout the continent and are operated by various countries, including the United States, Russia, China, and many others. The research stations in Antarctica serve as important bases for scientific study and provide researchers with the resources they need to conduct their work, including accommodation, laboratories, and equipment. Many of the research stations are located in remote and isolated areas, and scientists must be prepared to live and work in harsh and challenging conditions. The research conducted at these stations is critical for understanding the unique environment and climate of Antarctica and its role in the global climate system. Scientists at these stations study a wide range of topics, including the effects of climate change on the continent, the biology and behavior of Antarctica's wildlife, and the geology and history of the continent. In addition to research stations, Antarctica is also home to several bases that are used for logistical support, such as the South Pole Station, which is operated by the United States and is used to support scientific research and other activities in Antarctica. Overall, the research stations and bases in Antarctica play a vital role in studying and understanding this unique and remote continent and its role in the global environment. Living and working in Antarctica can be a challenging and demanding experience, as the continent is home to some of the harshest conditions on Earth. Scientists and support staff who work at research stations in Antarctica must be prepared to endure long periods of isolation, extreme cold, and limited access to supplies and resources. One of the main challenges of living and working in Antarctica is the extreme cold, which can be dangerous and even deadly if not properly prepared for. Scientists and support staff must wear specialized clothing and use special equipment to protect themselves from the cold and prevent frostbite and other cold-related injuries. Another challenge of living and working in Antarctica is the limited access to supplies and resources. Many of the research stations in Antarctica are located in remote and isolated areas, and getting supplies and equipment to these stations can be difficult and expensive. This can make it challenging for scientists and support staff to conduct their work and maintain their equipment. Despite these challenges, scientists and support staff who work in Antarctica are committed to studying and protecting the continent's unique ecosystem and its role in the global climate system. There are many efforts underway to conserve Antarctica's ecosystem and protect it from harm, including efforts to reduce the impact of human presence on the continent, such as by minimizing the amount of waste and pollution generated at research stations. Overall, the challenges of living and working in Antarctica are many, but the rewards of studying and protecting this unique and remote continent are well worth the effort. In conclusion, Antarctica is a unique and fascinating place that is home to a diverse array of wildlife and a rich history of exploration and scientific study. It is a continent of extreme cold and dryness, with an average winter temperature of -76 degrees Fahrenheit -60 degrees Celsius and an average summer temperature of just 14 degrees Fahrenheit -10 degrees Celsius. Despite its harsh conditions, Antarctica is home to many species of penguins, seals, and whales, as well as a variety of other animals that are adapted to survive in the cold. Antarctica is also home to several research stations that are used to study a wide range of scientific disciplines, including geology, meteorology, oceanography, and biology. These stations serve as important bases for scientific study and provide researchers with the resources they need to conduct their work. The research conducted at these stations is critical for understanding the unique environment and climate of Antarctica and its role in the global climate system. Despite the challenges of living and working in such a harsh environment, scientists and support staff who work in Antarctica are committed to studying and protecting the continent's ecosystem and its role in the global climate system. There are many efforts underway to conserve Antarctica's ecosystem and protect it from harm, including efforts to reduce the impact of human presence on the continent. Overall, Antarctica is an important and unique place that is vital for the global community, and understanding and protecting this remote continent is essential for the well-being of the planet as a whole.